Alrighty guys, so this place probably is starting to look really familiar for you. So yes, we are at KAYAK Lake again. Obviously I film every trip I go out and I've been fishing a lot lately. I don't like showing the same thing over and over again. Trust me, my plan for when I was home was to go fish a bunch of different fisheries around the Finger Lakes and try new stuff and some old stuff, but this spot is magic. Holy crap, oh, bigger than the first one. There's a fish right there. How do you leave it? I do want to try to mix it up today for you guys. I'll kind of maybe go in a little bit more depth as to the baits I'm using. So I'm pretty prepared today. I only have 3 rods with me. I'm pretty much only going to use 1 or 2 rods. This will be the main rod. This little LV 500 and ghost minnow, I would think the best possible bait you could throw in the area that we're going to today. And the other bait that we're going to huck around a little bit, we've talked about this rig before, New York, so we can use 5 hooks, and it's a Dark Horse A rig, the one that I did really good with in California. 6:15 right now. I'm gonna get on the water and go jack some fish. Alrighty, on the water. It's always hard to film when it's raining and drizzling, so gonna do my best. Alright, we're arriving to the magical bridge. Now I just want to give you guys a little context regarding the spots. So this is KAYAK Lake. I live 15 minutes away, 5 minutes depending on where you launch on the lake. It's a great fishery. Bassmaster FLW, they've come here before. First got home, I tried my usual spot on KAYAK Lake and it was an absolute dud. Didn't catch, I think I had like 2 small fish. The next day I ended up coming up here, which I've never kayak fished. I've fished here from the bank in like the summer, but I've never kayak fished up here. And it's a pretty much textbook spot for pre-spawn or fish any time of year, but definitely pre-spawn. This northern end of the lake is kind of capped off and separated by this railroad track, and there's 3 different openings that connect the lake. This is the middle one, probably one of the bigger ones, and you know, I mean, it's just an obvious funneling spot for the fish. Now I've been here a few times before, obviously you've seen that in previous videos, but kind of took me till yesterday, and ironically when I was doing the Fish USA bait challenge to really dial in these fish. Came here initially and started getting bit on a chatterbait. Found out I really needed to slow roll it, tick it, and even hop it a few times to get my bites, and a lot of my bites were on the fall. Thought I had it dialed, thought I had it figured out. Well, yesterday, LV 500, which I'll get right now, this was the jam, all right? So again, and I can't stress this enough, that is the importance of trying new things and trying those subscription boxes, because you might find something that works a lot better than what you think is working, and this is a clear example. So can't emphasize enough how it is important to kind of go out of your comfort zone and try new stuff, and that's ultimately what makes you a better angler and makes you more versatile. But today's video, I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth with how I'm fishing this, and I've talked about it, yo-yoing it back, letting it sink. 95% of my bites are on the fall for this, and I think for this area where it funnels, I mean, it's a clear-cut area where fish will feed up, but I don't think these fish are actively moving. They're not in search for bait. They're not aggressive. They're just sitting on the bottom. We're only in like 5 to 7 foot in this entire area. I think they're just sitting on the bottom waiting for stuff to come through. Got a little current, we got some wind, and they're just waiting for stuff to come through, and when they see this thing jig up and then plop down on their head, they just eat it. And they've been, you know, they've been choking it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about how they're eating this. That is the backstory behind this. Yeah, hopefully we can make some magic happen just like it's been. Conditions are basically the same, so I think we'll probably crush them, and I think it's an area that replenishes. So let's go get them, and I'll show you exactly how we were catching them the other day. So make the cast. Working it slowly too, working it real slow, jigging it up, letting it sink. Usually I could feel the bite or that tick when they hit it on the fall. Wow, didn't get a bite first cast, but I think that's good luck, or at least it's not bad luck. Finally. I'll be honest with you guys, it's taken a minute to get a bite. We did wear them out pretty good yesterday, but I think there's a million fish here. We couldn't have caught them all. But on the fall, they're all like this too. All about that size. So that took a while. I don't know. I'm very surprised it took that many. I mean, I say a while. It took 10 minutes to get a bite, but we might have to relocate these fish or just kind of wait for them to start getting around this bridge again. But that is the quality we've been catching here. How do you leave that, you know? How do you leave that for another lake? So again, that one was on the fall. That was a further cast out from the bridge that I have been making, so maybe they pushed out a little bit. We have been getting a ton of rain, and the water temp has dropped 3 degrees from yesterday, but I don't know. I don't think that would affect these fish too much. Yeah, they're out further, I believe. I have to make a longer cast for these. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Might have a fiber. Oh my God, that is. Oh my God, that's an easy 5. Holy crap, guys! That's something special for New York. They do not grow that big around here. Man, I wish I had a scale. This thing is all of 5. Oh my God, guys! I think that's my PB for New York. I don't think I've caught a fish that long in New York. Thank you, sir. Oh my God, what a fish! What a fish! Definitely a slower bite today. I don't know what's going on, if they've moved, if I just wore them out yesterday. I'm not really sure. Might have to change colors too. But this is the other bait we were talking about today that we wanted to give a shot. I was actually kind of hoping to throw this once we found a big concentration of them to try to get the old double up or more. But we'll start throwing it around now. Maybe we can use it as a search bait. Seriously? First cast. Okay. Maybe they want the A-rig more today. I'm not sure. Another chunk. Oh yeah, we got smoked on that. I got a couple theories right now. I do think they pulled out a little bit, but maybe the visibility of that ghost minnow wasn't as good. It has dirtied up a little bit, so I might need to change to like a red LV500. It's the only kind of darker color I have. Maybe it's just a visibility thing too, and they're still here. Gotta love side imaging. This is honestly the first time I've kind of been utilizing side imaging. See that big old, I guess that's a big sunken tree or something right there. That's neat though, you can see it. Kind of fish in just a general area. You know, you don't really care as much about depth, but more so targets. This is where, at least for me, I know it'll come into play. Turn the camera off and got a fish. You know, I do think it's a visibility thing, because we're going through those same areas that we weren't getting bites with that LV500 and ghost minnow, and now we are getting bites. So visibility of the bait makes sense today. Gotta love numb hands. All right, let's see if she makes a difference. I think she will. Oh my God, it's a giant carp, maybe? Is it a bass or a carp? Feels like a carp. It's a bass, it's humongous. Yeah, it's a carp. Oh, came off. Pretty sure that was a carp though. Got 2 bites in a row. One I think was a carp, and that other one felt pretty big too. I don't know if that was a carp. That tastes like a big pile of carp right there, and we're just snagging them. There we go again. God, these are big. I don't know what we hit. Are we snagging carp or is this a giant bass? I don't know. This one feels like a bass. Oh my God, it's a tank. It's a freaking tank. I think the color change helped. Alright. That's a nice one. On the red LV500. Oh, it's a big one. I got a mule, dude. I got a mule. Yeah? Yeah. Oh my God. Guys, that is weight-wise probably like a 6.5, 7 pounder. Definitely a PB weight-wise for New York. Holy smokes. Thank you, sir. Woo! Oh my God, it's giant. Another doggy. The same spot, dude. Oh, dude, that's a tank. That's a giant. That's a right, let's head in. So, the video pretty much went to plan. That's kind of a rare thing. We were throwing a little bit of a curveball, so the night prior to this video, it rained a ton. The water got a little dirtier. We made a change to the LV500 in a crawfish pattern, so it's a red-orange, and we just started getting a ton of bites. Yeah, just about everything was on the fall. Actually, a few of my bites were when I make that cast, it would flutter down, and they'd eat it. Just an awesome place to fish right now. The fish are biting there. I'm not sure how long it'll last. I think we've probably milked that spot for the last time. We'll try some new stuff just to mix up the content. The fishing here in New York has been incredible, and that LV500 is definitely the ticket. That is the video. As always, all the products used, gear used in this video will be linked in the description. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.